Noam Chomsky's innatist theory said that the children born with the ability to acquire language, innate, and this means children were provided to analyze language. Chomsky said all language contains similar structure and rules, and without much effort children learn to speak, and also that can acquire language because genetically encode universal grammar. The language acquisition device, a theoretical cognitive model that the brain specialized for language learning, and that allows that the children to subconsciously to deduce grammar rules for limited input. Explains why children make systematic errors. Example, goth instead of went. Universal grammar is a set of innate linguistic principles and shared across all human languages, and also include concepts like syntax, word order, morphology, word structure, and recursion, and ability to create infinite sentences. Explains why all languages have nouns, verbs, and hierarchical sentence structures despite surface difference. This theory claims that the children were born with the ability to acquire language, and this means children were provided to analyze the language. All the language contains similar structure and rules, and without much effort, children learn to speak, and also that can acquire language because genetically encode universal grammar. Due to this ability, a baby understands and acquires language really quick and easily. They intuit correct grammar without explicit teaching. Example, forming question like, what did she say instead of what she said, suggests an innate blueprint guides learning. Children learn language effortlessly before puberty while adults struggle. Support the idea of a biological window of language acquisition. The innatism claims that we are born with a language instinct, LID, that lets kids naturally deduce grammar rules. This explains why children invent words and learn language rapidly despite imperfect input. Behaviorism argues language is learned through imitation and reinforcement. Parents reward correct speech, good talking, and correct mistakes, shaping language habits through conditioning. Innatist sees language as a biological wiring, behaviorism as environmental training. While innatism explains linguistic creativity better, behaviorism highlights how social interaction molds communication. I believe that language requires both the fully language and experience, because you have to need the capacity and the experience when you are acquiring a language, and we born with the brain structures for the language, and that explains how and why children learn quickly and creatively. But sometimes some language that we speak have to be more fluent, and depends entirely on the social exposure and the interaction. And the children's brain can learn any language, but it also have to raise in it, and it's different the input and the innate capacity to explore a new language. Some points to make a critique of this theory are the no physical proof of the language acquisition device in the brain, that ignores the social learning, the interaction of the kids with others, and the focus on grammars, and don't claim for the communication. And innatism explains aspects of language learning, but simplifies the complex process.